Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates on what is going on at Mercedes. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now, as we know, Mercedes' performance has taken a turn for the worse more recently. 2025 did start out decently for them, and we saw George Russell getting multiple podiums and also getting that win in Canada as well. But yeah, more recently, performance just hasn't been there. And in Belgium, a track which Mercedes were really good at last year and should have probably gone good at this year due to the cooler conditions, Russell was 5th, half a minute back from the McLarens of Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, and almost 15 seconds behind the battle for third between Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Red Bull's Max Verstappen. And speaking about it after the race, Russell told Sky F1, "It was pretty underwhelming, to be honest, because we tend to favour the cooler conditions, so we couldn't have really asked for better weather for us. But we've just had no pace recently. We need to sit down, all of us. We're going to have a big meeting this week with all the designers and engineers to sort of understand the decisions we've made in recent weeks or months and why we've gone backwards, so hoping for some improvements in Hungary." Now, Mercedes have introduced a series of upgrades in recent weeks for the W16, but yeah, it just looks like they're not working at the moment. And it seems like the core issue seems to be that both Russell and teammate Kimi Antonelli are struggling with rear instability on corner entry, and the race says that the team suspects its woes have come from recent developments, putting its car in a less happy place. And Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Shovdin said the mission was now to find where along the way it has taken a wrong step with its car, with Shovdin saying, as quoted by the race, "We had early on in the year a car that was working well at pretty much every circuit. We were generally fighting for the second row of the grid, if not the front row. It's quite likely something that we've changed on the car, and we just need to recover a bit. We need to get back to a baseline where it's working more normally." Now, one driver who's really struggled recently is Antonelli. He had a really good start to his rookie year. You know, in Australia, he went from P16 to P4. He also got the sprint pole in Miami. He finished third on the podium in Canada. But yeah, more recently, he's just had a miserable run of form with multiple retirements and non-scoring finishes. And at the last race in Belgium, Antonelli was only 16th. Now, as we know with Russell, while the car is not great at the moment, he's still putting in decent performances for where the car is, like 5th place in Belgium. But Shovdin stated that Russell has a larger databank of F1 experience, and that's helping him mitigate some of the troubles faced in recent rounds. Shovdin said, as quoted by Autosport, "I think what you've seen in recent qualifyings is that George is leaning on his many years of experience in an F1 car to try and make the most of a difficult car. Kimi hasn't got that to drop back on, and that's probably why you've seen a bit of a shift in his results recently. But again, it goes back to the fact that we've got to solve that problem because there's still a long way to go this year. Kimi's had a few tough weekends, but he's getting a lot of engineering support from Bono and the engineers on that side of the garage. We as a team are well aware that the thing we need to focus on is the weakness in the car, not the bits that Kimi's struggling with." Now, if Mercedes are going to sort this, they're going to have to do it soon. I mean, look at the Constructors. They've fallen further behind Ferrari. Ferrari still sits second in the Constructors' Championship, but Mercedes are now 28 points behind them. And I do think Red Bull can close the gap as well. While Max Verstappen has been scoring the majority of points for Red Bull this season, we saw in Belgium qualifying that Yuki Tsunoda seems to have found some form. He qualified in P7, and the reason he didn't get points was because of a poor strategy. And if Tsunoda can keep up this form and get back to point scoring form, yeah, they could potentially put Mercedes under pressure if they don't find their form. But away from the circuit, another thing that needs sorting is the contracts of both Kimi Antonelli and George Russell. Both are up at the end of 2025, and it looks increasingly likely that both are set to stay with the team. You know, I think everything's pointing towards Max Verstappen. Even though he was linked with a move to Mercedes, he's going to stay at Red Bull for 2026. And Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff even admitted that the absolute priority was continuing with Russell and Antonelli into next year. And now there's been an update on Russell's contract, with Sky Sports News saying it understands that a prospective extension would be a multi-year deal, which would tie Russell to the team until at least the end of the 2027 season. And now Wolff has hinted that a new deal for Russell could be agreed before the summer break, which follows this weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix. Asked whether he believed the contract today was making Russell perform better, Wolff told Sky F1, "As a driver, he's so mature and stable, and I don't think that makes any difference on performance. On the contrary, I would wish to have him in a safe place a little bit earlier. We haven't managed to do that, but I'm optimistic that he's going to sleep well over the summer break." But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.